Stewart Media and Entertainment presents the Two Live Stews experience. We back, Stewart! This right here, this ain't your ordinary-ish.
Two Live Stews experience, Ryan Stewart, Doug Stewart, baby, we back. Woo-hoo-hoo-hoo-hoo. Yes, we are back. It's been a long time. We shouldn't have left you, but them folks sat us down forcefully. What up to the Qs?
Do not let anyone confuse you. The Two Live Stews started this shit. The Two Live Stews experience, shouty. If you not stewing, what the hell are you doing?
And we got to thank God every minute of every day. It's the Two Live Stews, Doug Stewart, Ryan Stewart. You're muted, Doug. You're muted, Doug. You're muted, Doug. Take your mute off.
There we
and
go.
We got to thank God every minute of every day. The Two Live Stews in the building. A beautiful Thursday night. It's wonderful outside. I'm fresh off the field from a soccer game. My daughter balled out tonight. They won 7-1. BMX, the Gista in the background. Music sounding good. Shouts out to Pee Wee and Joey. How you feeling, sir?
I'm fantastic, man. I'm fantastic. I mean, your mic sounds fantastic, man.
You sound good too, man.
Yeah.
And I really like you went back to that same bar again, huh?
Yeah, went back to the same bar. And we had a good show last time I was at this particular establishment, so I said I'd come back.
Let's invite Tree Taylor on. Hey, Tree, come on in here real quick if you can, Tree Taylor. Let's invite Tree Taylor in to say hello. Hey, Tree, how you doing today?
Puffy did this. I blame P. Diddy, and I'm going to wage my lawsuit tomorrow morning.
I don't know what she's talking about. I don't know what Puppy did, but, man, it's the Two Live Stews and the Two Live Stews experience. The Two Live Stews experience brought to you by the good folks from Southern Edge. We're fueled by Southern Edge. Make sure you are going on social media, all platforms, Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, everything, and follow Southern Edge on our social handle to make sure that you're invited to everything that we ultimately end up doing, man. How you feeling, Doug? What's going on, man?
I'm great. Also, sponsorship opportunities are available. Have you ever done radio sales before? We're looking for salespeople. Once again, you can find the show on Two Live Stews, youtube.com, Two Live Stews, facebook.com. Both those URLs, you can log in, follow the show, subscribe, and you'll never have to worry about jumbled up little letters and stuff. You have to remember this is where you find the show. I'm great, sir. How about you?
That's brilliant, man. Who told you about that? Just to create our own link for those said platforms.
I've been doing that for years.
Okay.
Like I get I forgot what they call it. It's not a customized. It's a vanity. It's what's called a vanity URL.
If you were doing it for years, why didn't we start doing that from the tip of the show when we started at the beginning of February?
I forgot all about it. I'm just going to shoot you straight. I forgot all about it. But yeah, very, very easy. And go to those two websites. It'll redirect you to the page on YouTube and on Facebook. You can just hit follow and you are Gucci. All right.
Before we get to today's show, man, how you feel about the new music, man? We got a few new selections.
Yeah. Shouts out to Pee Wee Shine, Moco's Finest, aka BMX.
Yeah.
Little Joey. I call him little, but he's probably 40-some years old right now.
I think Joey's got a grandkid, man.
Yeah,
you can't call no possible granddad little.
Yeah, the Jinkster, he calls himself. They're family, and the song is called Their Family, and it kind of applies to us because we're family as well. Yeah,
it was wonderful. I love it. Absolutely wonderful idea, man.
Yeah, so good stuff. So let's get right into it, man, because we are obviously late today. We got a very late start, had some little technical issues, but we got it going right now. Thank you to everybody that's in the group. Old business. Let's go back to old business. Okay.
Right.
Old business. The top 5 college basketball champions from the last 40 years. Okay. This is your list. Or here's my list. Okay. Hold on. Just stop for a second. Ryan's top 5 college basketball national champions. 90 Georgia Tech, 91 Fab 5, Michigan Fab 5, 91 UNLV Rebels, 2012 Kentucky Wildcats, and 01 Duke Blue Devils. Just a footnote, 3 of those teams didn't win the national championship. And my list, Doug's top 5 college basketball national champions, adhering to the rules. These are national champions. 94 Arkansas Razorbacks, 96 Kentucky, 92 Duke, 84 Georgetown, and 90 UNLV.
The crowd's telling you how they feel about it.
Let's find out how the people voted. Let's find out how the people voted. All right. What do you know? 80% of the people voted and sided with me because I actually followed the rules, and that makes me 6-1 as far as these poll winners against Ryan Stewart.
You barely won, man.
You hit the studio.
You barely won, man. Y'all shut up. Y'all don't mean it. Take a side.
Before we move on to anything else, man, before we get into the rest of the show,
take a side, you hope.
Let's talk about this. Seriously, let's talk about this. What happened in that last poll? Like, did you just get your wires crossed? You didn't read it correctly? I was joking about dyslexia and all of that stuff. Do you think that's going on? Talk to me. Tell me.
Sir, when this topic was originally introduced, you didn't say champions. We started because I'm the one that introduced it. I'm the one that brought it up. I said top 4. We were talking about the Final 4 and your top championship teams that made it to the Final 4. And then you email me or text me, said, hey, man, let's not do the last 40 years. Let's do the last 30 years. Then you said, hey, man, it's too much research. Let's just call it off. And I said, wait a minute, man, I'm already done. And then you threw in there national championship teams. But I was already done. I had already done my work. So screw you. I'm not going to go back and do my work over. You can kiss it.
So you just rather just take the L. But first of all, back up. Let me just say one thing. I'll let you talk.
I'm not taking the L.
Everything you just said in the last 30 seconds is untrue. Not only is it untrue, but I have text documented proof. We texted back and forth with this stuff. We did. I have proof. I can show the people, and I threaten you by telling you I would show the people if you push me the corner. Okay?
One thing that you will never do, man, is show personal text between you and I to the Stewies. You would never do that.
But if you calling me a lie, I have to prove my point. I have to show the world that what I'm saying is factual.
Not only would that break man code, not only would that break bro code, that would make you a bitch.
So let me make sure that we're correct. I have documented proof of what we talked about. If I show the people and prove that you are wrong and you're just dyslexic, then I'm the bad guy.
If you show the people personal text between you and I without my position, you're breaking man code, you're breaking bro code, and you're a bitch.
No. Stop it. Ryan, don't do that. No, you called him an idiot last week.
Tree, I didn't call him anything.
But just the thought.
Right. I didn't call him. But I was not talking
I like
about
you
him.
better. I like you better. But
Tree, I was talking about a situation. I was talking about a situation, not about him.
I feel uncomfortable.
Yeah. But if he would do something like that, I mean, I could never possibly ever text you again.
Yeah, you may not have to do that then. Then maybe you just don't text me anymore. Because if you push me in a corner, you called me a liar. You said I'm lying. Yeah. I have proof that I'm not lying. Okay? But let's just move on. It's 6-1. I am 6-1 in these polls. Can I get a round of applause? And then we'll move on.
Yeah, hold on one second. 3. Doug plays poker. And to my understanding, he has some nights where he's a very good poker player.
Yeah, some nights.
I'm calling your bluff. Show the text. You got my permission. Show the text.
Okay, all right.
Show the text.
I'll take a screenshot. Yeah. I'll send it to Tree, and at some point here in a second, she can post it into the show.
It just dawned on me what you're doing. It just dawned on me.
You don't have
anything.
I'm finagling you.
Okay. You don't have anything.
All righty.
You don't have anything.
Sure. Okay.
This is the Two Live Stews experience. Doug Stewart, Ryan Stewart. It's a beautiful Thursday, man.
Keep talking.
So spring break is coming up next week, right? And how about spring break is coming up and my wife got on a plane and is leaving the country?
And so she's leaving you to take care of the kids?
Thank you. I agree, studio audience. Thank you. It's the same way I felt. Yeah, man. We're gonna have one of those rare weeks for spring break where I'm gonna be one-on-one with the kids the entire week.
Wow. How you feel about that?
A lot of video games, a lot of Xbox, a lot of.
So you're gonna let the games babysit the kids?
I've apologized to you already about the comments I made decades ago when I used to give you a hard time for letting the kids watch TV and letting the kids play games. I can't apologize enough about how wrong I was. Yeah, there'll be a 48-hour time period this week where I won't even check on them. I'll just let them game the entire 48 hours. That's what's gonna happen, man.
Ryan, I left my children with my husband and went out of the country for 3 months. And
Wow.
They were Skyping me saying he left them at aftercare. And well, Cameron was like 5 and Kayla was a wise one. And she was like, and we're eating Popeyes and we ate at Walmart.
She's always seemed older than her years, Tree.
Well,
She really has.
I'm saying all that to say, take care of those babies. Don't go through the Zaxby line.
No.
Maybe Pumpkin can come up and sit with y'all. Like, I would like to see that happen.
Tree,
I thought about Tree.
Hold 1 second, Tree.
See, and this is why you can't give him assignments during the show.
You want me to have some chicken wings and that?
No. What I was gonna say to you, Tree, is I'm about to send you the screenshot. Ignore the last one I sent.
Yes, sir.
Okay, I'm about to send it to you. I'm actually editing it, putting a circle around where this was discussed. Okay.
Okay,
1 second. Go ahead, keep talking.
Well, but you do know that I'm supposed to be talking to you. You do know that, right?
I just jumped in to help out.
And ever since.
Oh, you know what? You're right.
Yeah, I'm confused about what you're doing right now.
This is what we'll do. I'll take care of that business during the break. That's what I'll do.
Yeah,
that's what I'll do.
I mean, the
Mr.
Stewies,
call me out.
the
Mr. put me on
Stewies,
the spot.
the Stewies, they want your attention, man. And for the last 5 minutes, you hadn't paid them any attention, man.
All right, so let's get to some sports. Let's talk a little sports. This Caitlin Clark thing. That's the first thing on the agenda. For people that haven't been under a rock, is the way the saying goes. Ice Cube in the Big 3 League has offered Caitlin Clark $5 million to play in his league. All right. So what are your initial thoughts, or what were your initial thoughts when you read that?
I'm going to answer this question by asking you a question.
That's not how questions work.
Why didn't Herschel Walker come directly to the NFL?
Because he went to the USFL.
Why did he go to the USFL?
Money. Steve Young as well. Also, who else went to the USFL as opposed to the NFL? Reggie White. Reggie White went to the NFL to the USFL as well.
Okay. That's the first question that I'm asking to answer the question.
Okay.
The second question that I'm going to ask you. Do you know, and I know you don't, but do you, I don't think you will know, because I didn't know either until I called my cousin Google. Okay? So what would you guess the top 5 salaries in the WNBA was last year? Not contracts, not 3, 4, 5-year deals. If you looked at last year's numbers, can you tell me what you think the highest paid top 5 ladies in the WNBA received?
$240,000. That was just a guess. Is it 240,000? Matter of fact, 241,000 and some change.
Yes, man. The number is 252.
What do you know?
The number is 252.
Yeah, that's not true, but okay.
The top 5 players, the top 15 players in the league this upcoming year will make 252.4, and that's Jackie Young, plays for Las Vegas. And number 15 is Bria Stewart. She's with New York, and she'll make 205,000 this year. Okay. I don't know what their contracts look like. I don't know what their endorsement deals look like, but Caitlin has to pull a Steve Young, and she has to pull a Herschel Walker to get this money.
Yeah. So
Okay.
this brings up the discussion. Okay. If she doesn't take $5 million and the most she's going to make, let's just say they pay her more.
Let's say they pay her $1 million next year.
No, not even $1 million. 300 grand. I was thinking like 300 grand. They're not going to go to $1 million. Oh, let's say 500,000.
Make it $1 million.
Make it $1 million. Okay.
Make it $1 million.
Okay. $1 million is $4 million less than $5 million. And it's perfect that you brought up those examples of those guys that came straight out of college, got drafted by the USFL. They were trying to make a splash. Steve Young, Hall of Famer. Reggie White, Hall of Famer. You said Herschel Walker? Herschel Walker was probably a bigger name. Not probably. He was a bigger name than Steve Young and Herschel at the time.
Correct.
Didn't live up to the billing, being the Heisman Trophy winner coming out of Georgia. But Herschel was pretty big news.
Which backs up Herschel for going to the USFL to make more money originally before going to the NFL. He didn't end up being the player that he wanted to be or we thought he would be, but he still got paid like everybody else because he went to that league first.
Right. You're watching the Two Live Stews experience. So she has to take $5 million. If it's a legitimate offer, whether she thinks it's going to go well or not, she has to take $5 million over $1 million. It's simple economics, right?
No question.
So 2 things come to mind. If she doesn't take the $5 million, that means she is tremendously scared that she'll be embarrassed. That's one, right? And the second thing, if she takes the $5 million, she is still going to be tremendously embarrassed.
Because of the competition.
Because she's playing against grown-ass men. And I actually talked about this in the chat group today, man. They play with a smaller ball. The women play with a smaller ball, right?
I didn't see the chat group today, man. I didn't have. I love to go into the chat group, but I didn't get going today. But this is one of those situations where, and we'll talk about it after the break too.
Yeah. Matter of
but
fact.
This is one of those situations where you're damned if you do or damned if you don't. But she's gonna lose regardless of what she decides to do.
Okay, so listen, let's stop it right there. Let's kind of reset, go to the break, come back, and let's go into it a little bit deeper. Because this is why I like the group. This is why we started the group 12 years ago when people showed us the door to see what people are thinking. Right. Okay? And this was a hot topic of discussion today. And I got some opinions on Ice Cube himself, man.
Oh boy.
I don't know what Ice Cube has been on lately, man.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay.
We'll talk about all that when we get back from the break. Two Live Stews experience. Don't go away.
Because you look so sweet. I wish I could take some moment. Girl, you look so damn sweet. No. I wish I could taste the moment. Been around the world, hey, but there's nothing like that Southern ass girl. No, I've been around the world, whoa. Nothing like that Southern ass girl. Yeah. Okay, now pour me a one. Better yet, make it soon. They say the night is young. Wet this cup like the fountain in you. Shining. Tell me what your sign is. Tell me what you drink, little lady. I could buy by the bottle, I promise. Yeah. Because you look so sweet. I wish I could take some moment. Girl, you look so damn sweet. No. I wish I could taste the moment. Been around the world, hey, but there's nothing like that Southern ass girl. No, I've been around the world, whoa. Nothing like that Southern ass girl.
Like to keep it on the edge so we max out. Sneak a little breeze from the top down. Been so sweet. I don't need no sleep. Like to keep it on the edge so we maxed out. Sneak a little breeze from the top down. It was so sweet. Keep it on the edge. Breeze from the top down. Been so sweet. I don't need no sleep. Keep it on the edge. Breeze from the top down. Been so sweet.
Sponsorship opportunities are available. All right. You're going to see some commercials, but we're telling you once again, people like this, and I straight pull this from a TV show or a movie, but the price today is not going to be the price tomorrow. It's as simple as that, man. A lot of people have been hitting us up. We're really just trying to come up with a fair package for everybody.
Trying to do things the right way, sir. Trying to do things the right way.
And so if you are interested in advertising on the Two Live Stews, I created a new email address, sme.dougstewart@gmail.com. sme.dougstewart@gmail.com.
The price today ain't going to be the same tomorrow, but I want to get in today.
The Two Live Stews experience, Doug Stewart, Ryan Stewart. Sponsorship opportunities are available. All right. We're looking for experienced radio sales people. Jump aboard right now. There's a lot of money out there to be got. All right. Because we promote the heck out of our sponsors, and they know that. We've had sponsors in the past that we would love to reconnect with as well.
Two Live Stews experience, Doug Stewart, Ryan Stewart putting it down on a beautiful Thursday evening.
Hey, so Tree, can I get a thumbs up? Do you have that ready to show the world? You do? Okay.
Before y'all do that, though, real quick, Herschel Walker, after his junior year and winning the Heisman, left and went to the USFL, where he played for the New Jersey Generals for his first 3 seasons. I just said it was 1 season.
Right.
His first 3 years was in the USFL. Okay, so,
all right, so we're going to get back to that in a second. Caitlinclark offered $5 million to play in Ice Cube's Big 3. We'll get to that in a second. But if you joined us at the beginning of the show, apologies. We had some technical difficulties, but we got it fixed and ready to go. Big controversy about the last top 5 that we did, the poll.
Can we talk about that real quick, about the situation we had prior to the show?
Yeah.
My wireless never goes out over here, ever. And my wireless went out after Tree and I did our mic check and our sound check. So we did the sound check at like 4 o'clock.
Mm-hmm.
And I left everything on. And because I knew I was going to be late getting to the show today because of Morgan's game. Mom's headed out of the country. I couldn't let the baby go to the game without a parent being there. So, when I come back at 7:30, still enough time to do what we need to do. The light is blinking. The little Google thing upstairs is blinking. And I'm like, Oh my God. I run downstairs and we've been kicked offline. So I apologize to the Stewies. I apologize to you and the Tree, but the wireless never goes out here.
Yeah, maybe you shouldn't do it that far in advance. Maybe you should do it 45 minutes, maybe an hour in advance.
But I'm not going to be here an hour in advance. I'm not going to. I'm a father of 3 kids, man. I just told you my wife left us this week. She's going it's spring break and she's on the way traveling to she's going to Africa or something, man.
Did you approve that trip?
I'm the one that encouraged you to go, man.
Why would you do that? She got stuff to do around the house.
But you just don't get the chance to go to South Africa.
Yeah, but what about the family? So she cares about South Africa more than the family?
She said she didn't want to go, and she said because of spring break she didn't want to go, and I basically insisted and made her go.
Hey,
you know,
back in the day, they would say you need to put some pants on or take hers off. That's what they would say back in the day. I'm just saying that's what they would say back in the day.
Nah, man. You can't pass up on an opportunity to go to Africa, man, to be a chaperone. You can't pass that up, man. Yep, you can't pass it up. So it's all good, man.
When them kids sit down to the table at night and they look at their plate and it's empty.
Right. And that's what it's going to be because it's already 8:30. We're doing the show, so we owe the Stewies a little bit more time. You know, so yeah, when I get done, I think they're expecting a hot meal, but they got another thing coming tonight.
Yeah. Hey, so once again, man, I don't want to belabor this point. You're watching the Two Live Stews Experience. Doug Stewart, Ryan Stewart. We're gonna get back to this Caitlin Clark thing again. Ryan called me a bold-faced liar about the topic, the top 5 that we did the last show. Here's a screenshot that I threatened to show the world if he kept on with this. If he kept on with this, and he just gave me permission to use it. So this is you. This is me and you. Okay.
No, you're go ahead. I'm listening. Go ahead.
No, go put it back up, Tree. What were you about to say?
No, go ahead.
This is me and you.
Yeah, but that's your text.
I've got mine already. Comment that you said earlier in today's show.
Right.
Yeah. What?
This says due to 5 NCAA champions from the last 40 years. You're in blue, sir. That's not mine. You're blue.
Yeah, but we're having a conversation.
And I just verified what I told you. I told you I've got mine already. So you're telling me to do 5 NCAA champions from the last 40 years. My response is I've got mine already. Like I said in the last segment.
Okay.
So now my question to you is,
you said, wait, you're acknowledging you have your top 5 NCAA champions.
No.
What are you talking about?
Listen, I'm acknowledging that I've got mine already. You're telling me to do something different in that text you circled.
Okay, man.
Yeah, you're telling me to do something different. And I said, wait a minute, I've already got mine. So I'm not doing that, but go do whatever you want to do.
Okay, man. 6-1. 6-1. You were watching the Two Live Stews Experience.
Tree, come on real quick. He done sent you texts and everything. Come on real quick, Tree.
You gave me permission to send her texts.
But Doug,
you gave me permission.
The text verify what I'm saying.
Okay.
You asked me a question to change the topic, and my response was,
no, I can go
I've
further
already got
up.
mine.
I can go further up. You want me to send another one further up in the text message?
It's just a different way of communicating. We all 3 suffer from this. And so that's why speaking is the best thing. I send memos, notes, audio.
I agree with the speaking part. I do agree with that. And tone matters. Text makes it difficult. Okay, but Tree, in the last segment, I said you eventually tried to change the topic, and I said, no, I've already done my research. I'm not doing it over.
Right. And Doug, you do change things.
Ryan, there's a text earlier than that I can show that even proves it even more.
No more work.
I'm not going to even get into it, man.
You shouldn't
take the L. Just take the L, man.
The text you showed verifies what I said, though, Doug.
All right, so moving on, man. So once again,
and then when you're wrong and blatantly wrong, clearly wrong, you try to act like you're right. I don't understand.
Now, I'm gonna agree with you.
I'm confused.
Okay, $240,000 is the maximum that these players make in the WNBA. Ice Cube offered Caitlin Clark $5 million. Okay. Here's a couple of issues and problems she would have in the Big 3 league where she's playing against men. Number one, and a lot of people forget this. I find that a lot of people forget this. Men and women play with different size basketballs.
This is true. The women's ball is smaller.
The women's ball is smaller. So it's going to, I'm not saying that she can't shoot with a man's basketball or a regulation size basketball, but it's going to be an adjustment if she was shooting with a women's basketball her entire life.
Right.
2, the game is much more physical. Will she be able to set picks If she sets a pick and a dude just runs her over, is that going to be a problem? Are they going to file a lawsuit against the guy that runs her over?
The former Atlanta Hawk, Joe Johnson, is one of the Big Three's best players. Joe is 6'7", 6'8", 250 pounds, 260 pounds. Yeah, so he could be running through that screen that's being set by Caitlin-Clark.
Yeah. How about hand checking? If they do some slight hand checking, they don't hand check like they used to 30 years ago. They've kind of taken it out of the game. But players still have their hands out and they're reaching and they're touching. So if somebody reaches and kind of touches her on the ass, is it a problem? Is it a problem? I'm just asking. These are just questions. Men are stronger and taller, and I believe if Caitlin-Clark gets in the Big Three league, she would probably average maybe 2 points a game. No more than one shot. No more than her making one shot per game. If one shot per game.
Yeah, you're not a Caitlin-Clark fan. As a matter of fact,
yeah, you know what? I'm probably not.
I'm willing to bet you're a Caitlin-Clark detractor. I'm willing to bet. I don't want to call you a hater because I don't think you have a reason to hate her. But you would be the president of the Kill the Fan Club. You'd be the president of the We're Not Supporting Her league if that was a thing. You're not a fan, correct?
I'm not a fan. I'm a fan, or I'm not a fan of flopping. That's what it is. And I've seen too much video of her flopping and playing the victim. I don't like people that play the victim. And you're watching the Two Live Stews Experience, Doug Stewart and Ryan Stewart. That's what I don't like. That's what's really turned me off about her. Okay. Yes, she can play. Yes, she can shoot the basketball. She's a great, fantastic, phenomenal player. But I really, really don't like when I see people flopping all over the place like she has. And there's been these montages put together. She plays the victim. Like a classic Karen. She plays the victim. I don't like that. I don't like that.
You've gone to war and you've gone to bat for a player by the name of Pau Gasol that played for the Lakers for a very long time. Nobody flopped more than he did.
What are you talking about? I never took up for Paul in this flopping Pau Gasol.
You like Pau Gasol.
Hold on, you're not. And you're confused. You're not talking about Pau Gasol. You're talking about Vlade Divac. You're talking about Vlade.
I apologize.
Yeah.
You're right.
Yeah. You're talking about Vlade.
I didn't say you took up for him, but you like Vlade Divac. You're a Vlade Divac supporter.
Yeah, but if anybody says that Vlade was a flopper, he was a flopper. The reason why I like Vlade is because he was on our team.
But you like,
this is two different things.
But you like Vlade.
He was on the Lakers.
Okay, but you like Vlade. You like Vlade.
Vlade helped us win games. I did not like when Vlade was flopping all over the place.
Okay, so take the flopping out of it, but you like Vlade.
But you can't take the flopping out of it. You can't take the flopping out of it.
No, I'm asking you a question. It's a yes or no question. Do you like Vlade Divac?
I liked Vlade when he was a Laker because I'm a
like
Laker
Vlade.
fan.
Thank you for liking Vlade. Okay, now I find it hard to believe for a guy that really likes sports to have this big old cross to bear with the all-time point leader in college basketball history. You're such a historian. You appreciate old school. That's part of who you are. But for some reason, because of this, there's this little girl that's at the top of the mountain when it comes to men and women's scoring point in basketball.
Mm-hmm.
And you've got a problem with that.
Yes, I have a problem with her flopping all over the place.
But Doug, okay, real quick. Okay, all right. So
yes.
Okay, so now, I'm 2 for 2. You
yes.
like Vlade Divac. You don't like Caitlin-Clark. Okay, but
what
Doug,
are you talking about? I like any player that plays for my team. What are you talking about? You're not making a good comparison.
But there was such vitriol when you were talking about the flopper when you thought it was Caitlin-Clark. The flopper was the worst thing in the world. And then when I mentioned Vlade Divac, you said, "Oh yeah, well, I don't like how he flops, but I like the player."
This doesn't make any sense. Your argument makes zero sense at all. Why would I not like a guy on my team? And you're listening to the Two Live Stews Experience, watching the Two Live Stews Experience.
My question is, what is there not to like about the young lady who has scored the most points in the history of college basketball? What is there not to like about I mean, and she carves people
because
up.
she plays the victim for the 30th time. Because she plays the victim. I don't like Karens that play the victim. You understand now? Did you understand what I just said? For the 30th time. Yes. I do not like how she flops all over the place and plays the victim like she's innocent. Like the Karens I've seen 100 videos of on YouTube. That's why. Just to be more correct and more clear. Thank you. Anything else?
If Caitlin was tequila, you wouldn't have a problem with it.
Playing and flopping like that, I absolutely would. I absolutely would.
Doug, the women take more dives in basketball than the men do. It's not just Clark.
Okay.
But on the other hand, in the NBA, you'll see 15 flops a night.
Okay. So let me ask you this question, and you're watching the Two Live Students Experience.
I love greatness. I like seeing records being broken. I like to be able to say, I was on the team when Barry Sanders rushed for 2,000 yards, something that doesn't happen often. When LeBron James gets a record from a great like Kareem Abdul-Jabbar, my mind is blown that I was blessed to witness it with my own eyes in real time. What that young lady has done for the last 3 years in women's college basketball is amazing, and she deserves flowers and not hate because she don't look like you, not hate because she's doing everybody else is doing in that league. You dislike her. I don't understand. I don't understand.
I don't know why you don't understand English, because I've told you 30 times in the last 5 minutes.
She does what the guys do every night.
I don't like floppers that play the victim. She does excessively. I am not a fan. Nothing wrong with that. I'm not a fan. You're a huge fan, evidently. I mean, you're a tremendous fan. You're a fan enough for me and you. That's fine. That's fine.
Yep.
That's good.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yep.
So, I mean, I could ask the question on the back end. Why are you such a fan of somebody flopping all over the place and plays the victim?
I like seeing greatness, and that young lady's great.
So you'll ignore her playing the victim.
That everybody plays the victim in women's basketball and in the NBA. Guys flop on the floor every night of the NBA. I watch it every night. They flop every night.
Hey, shouts out to everybody in the chat room. Thank you so much for joining, boys. We should read some of these chat messages. We haven't given out the phone number, man. We get caught up in these little debates back and forth between me and you.
You're talking about flopping as if you're disgusted with it, but I've never known this disgust until Clark. I've never known this disgust.
When we get back from the break, do we have entertainment coming up next, or is that?
Oh, she's from Sydney, Australia.
And what time is it in Sydney, Australia?
15 hours ahead of us. She about her business. She about her business. She ready to work.
I can't do the math, but we're going to have Arlie on with the entertainment report. We still got to talk about Caleb Williams and some extravagant pictures, extravagant images.
We're probably going to have a knockout dogfight from the Caleb Williams picture.
I'm not going to argue with you on this stuff, man. And also, one question about Shohei Ohtani that one of the listeners in the Two Live Stews chat group asked, and we're going to bring that up as well. All right, so don't go away. Two Live Stews.
Oh my gosh.
Anybody fucking with me, my nigga, they must be needing crack, meth, pipe dreaming, offline, no streaming, yo. We keep it hip hop for the hood, greater for the culture, my nigga, greater for the good. We fan for life, don't ever get it misunderstood.
Because you look so sweet. I wish I could take some moment. Girl, you look so damn sweet. No. I wish I could taste the moment. Been around the world, hey, but there's nothing like that Southern edge, girl. No. I've been around the world, whoa. Nothing like that Southern edge, girl. Yeah. Okay, now pour me a one. Better yet, make it soon. They say the night is young. Wet this cup like the fountain in you. Shining. Tell me what your sign is. Tell me what your dream, little lady. I could buy by the bottle, I promise. Yeah. Because you look so sweet. Woo. I wish I could take some moment. Girl, you look so damn sweet. No, no. I wish I could take some moment. Been around the world, hey. But there's nothing like that southern edge, girl. No. I've been around the world, whoa. Nothing like that southern edge, girl.
Like to keep it on the edge so we max out. Sneak little breeze from the top down. Been so sweet. I don't need no sleep. Like to keep it on the edge so we maxed out. Sneak little breeze from the top down. It was so sweet. Keep it on the edge. Breeze from the top down. Been so sweet. I don't need no sleep. Keep it on the edge. Breeze from the top down. Been so sweet.
Doug Stewart, Ryan Stewart, Two Live Stews. It's the Two Live Stews experience. We're fueled by the great folks from Southern Edge. Check them out on the web at southernedgebeverage.com.
Hey, so
Also make sure you're following them on social media, so when we do events out in these streets, you can be invited. Yes, sir. You were saying?
So-
Hi, Arlie.
Can y'all hear me?
what's up,
Yes.
Arlie?
Yay!
So, and we'll you know what? I'll ask Tree that question after we do Arlie's entertainment work. So, Arlie, you're in Australia?
I am in Sydney, Australia, mate. I'm in the
So
land
what-
of Down Under.
What are you doing down there? What the hell are you doing in
Hey.
Australia?
Okay, so I
we're
wish I
talking-
could say it was to do a show because I need to pay for this trip. But a year ago, and this is a great story, feel good story for everybody. So back in October 2022, well, let me start the best part. My mom had planned to take this trip in February of 2023. But in October of 2022, she was diagnosed with breast cancer, had to have a double mastectomy, had to go through a year of chemo. But this is our we whoop cancer's ass trip. Woo!
Yeah.
Woo-hoo-hoo-hoo. That's right.
So it is a feel good story. So I'm in the land of Down Under.
Crip walking on
My
there.
accent sucks, and here we are. Yes, the feel good make your back hair bounce.
Right. Oh,
So that's why I'm
man.
here in the land
There
down
goes the
under.
applause for mom. There goes the applause for mom.
So what time is it there right now?
It is 11:55 a.m. So while I was I had to get up early, but went to bed late. I'm so thrown. When I tell y'all, as the old folks say, I'm throwed off. I am throwed.
So wait a minute. You said it's 11:55 a.m. Okay.
Mhm.
All right. Wow. Yeah.
It's 15 hours
I'm
ahead
15
of
hours
us.
ahead. So it's
Ahead.
Good Friday. Happy Good Friday,
So
people.
one question I have for you, and
Mhm.
I'm serious as a heart attack when I ask you this. Do you not have the urge that you're just going to fall off the earth? You know,
No.
Australia is at the bottom of the globe, right?
Direct,
The way
direct
they
below- yes.
depict the Australia and where it's at on the globe, it's at the
Yeah.
bottom. But they say the only reason you're not falling off the earth is because of this gravity thing that they always talk about. I have questions about this gravity thing. I have questions about us landing on the moon, and I also have questions about this whole gravity thing in general.
Are you a
Yes.
flat earther, Doug?
No, I'm not a flat earther, but I'm just saying, a lot of things don't add up. A lot of things don't
There
add
is-
up with this whole gravity thing.
So I will agree with you that things don't add up, but I've not thought about falling off the earth. I can't say that I have. I wish I could say, yeah, I thought
All
about
right.
that as soon as I got there. What I did think about was we were going across this Pacific Ocean
Mhm.
for 15 hours and I wanted to get down. Like,
Right.
but I didn't want to get down. Like, let's
Right.
be clear.
Right.
How much
wanna
of
get
that 15
down.
hours?
I
How much of
wanted
that
to-
15 hours did you sleep?
Oh, the lady next to me said, oh my God, you got a good nap. Because I will ball up. I put my
shut it
legs up
down.
in the chair and like a cat and I went to sleep.
I can't sleep on a plane to save my life, man.
You have to.
I have
It's 15
never-
hours.
I have never slept more than 2 minutes on a plane flight, man, on a plane ride.
Bless your heart, baby. That's my
No.
best sleep.
Most of my flights, I'm asleep before we take off, and I wake up
Moss
when
does
the
that
plane
too.
hits. I wake up when the plane hits the ground.
You
That's
gotta
what
tell
wakes
me the
me up.
secret because
That's how I missed the meal, because I woke up and I smelled food and I was like, well,
Yeah,
I thought I pushed a little button and said, wake me up. I wanted to snack. They didn't bother me. They didn't give me not a sip of nothing or a bite of nothing. The people next to me just a chewing. I was like, oh, this how we doing it. Okay, you got to be awake for this flight.
Take a little medicine. Take a little medicine before you get on the plane, man, or have you a couple of drinks. You know.
Okay,
or an hour or two early and have a drink at the bar or something. Get you relaxed and get on the plane and shut it down.
So remind me to bring this back up later about taking medicine when you don't really need to. Okay, and we'll have a quick little discussion about that and our mother, and where it's concerning our mother as well.
And mommies are the best. Okay, y'all listen. So I'm in the land down under, and I need to give you this amazing Arleywood report. So from Hollywood, the real one, to the Hollywood of the South, it's your girl, Arlie Michelle, with the Two Live Stews experience and this Arleywood report. I want to say a couple of things. One, I don't have, I was wearing my little hats, but I couldn't find a koala or a kangaroo hat. That's what I really wanted. So perhaps next Thursday, y'all will get a little kangaroo or koala hat. I'm looking like I'm naked on purpose because this trip is expensive, and we got to figure out how to pay for it. So all you stewies out there, just let a sister know how Cash App is a real thing. Okay. I am in Sydney. We are 15 hours ahead. I thought I was going to get the Beyonce album before you all, but guess what? Beyonce said it's U.S. time. It's coming out tomorrow. And I will say this about
is this the country western album?
Yes, the country album is coming out. I thought I was going to get it today since it's tomorrow today. You know what I mean? Like, it's supposed to come out on the 28th, and 29th, and since it is the 29th for me, I was like, ooh, I'm going to get it.
This is a real thing. Yeah.
It's the 29th is for y'all, and then I'm gonna get it on the 30th. Right. So March 29th is coming on for me, March 30th. I am sad. But they shut stuff down around here. We didn't think about that. So they were telling us, they're serious about this holy experience. And today is Good Friday and Jesus rose. And so here we go. I want to get very legally Arlie with y'all right quick about this whole P. Diddy experience. I need to know, honestly, who Diddy pissed off. So we're going to talk about that. Stewies, I need y'all to chime in on who y'all think he pissed off. Before I go into that, I am going to read a very legal disclaimer. Everyone hold while I find it. Hold on. Because I want to make sure that we always cover ourselves as best we can. I done lost it. Hold on. Okay.
It is the Two Live Stews experience. Doug Stewart, Ryan Stewart, joined by Arlie Wood. Welcome to Arlie Wood.
Welcome to
time doing the entertainment report from the land down under. Go ahead, Arlie.
From the land down under. Stewies, please be aware that the content provided in this experience is for entertainment purposes only. The views expressed are solely those of Arlie of Arlie Wood and do not represent any official stance of the Two Live Stews, Stewart Media and Entertainment, Treehouse Productions, or any other entity. We do not guarantee the accuracy or completeness of the information shared. Any actions you take based on the content of this experience are at your own risk. Thank you for joining me in Arleywood for the Arleywood Report, live from Down Under, and sadly, not the kind of Down Under y'all might be thinking.
That's great. That's great.
Business. Yeah. Baby, who has Diddy pissed off? This is likening to me of when somebody said something about the Jewish world, and then they just start going for him. There are so many reports. They have even dragged in British royalty in this whole thing. They even put Prince Harry's name in the complaint that has been filed just to get clickbait. He ain't done nothing. He in a few pictures with Diddy, and it was way back at a party for their mama. Meanwhile, guess who else was in the picture? Prince William, but they done conveniently put a little picture over Prince William so we don't talk about him because we know Harry is raw. Ain't they sad? So while we're over here, and this is, of course, a country that is under British rule. So their stories over here, they're trying to stick Prince Harry in it. But when you get to the part about Prince Harry, there's nothing there that he was at a party and his brother was also at the party, but they just conveniently left that out. So they're just coming for Harry. Wow. The other thing to note is that Little Rod, also he's professionally known as Little Rod, but his name is Rodney Jones, not to be confused with Rodney Jerkins, is a producer who has brought a lawsuit. He just amended it 2 days ago, the same time that they did the raids on Diddy's house. Now let's talk about reasons why you have a raid. Let's talk about the legal reasons why you put a raid. I'm going to read those to you. What activities give rise to an FBI raid? Pedophilia, sex trafficking, tax, financial evasion, and other financial crimes. Drugs. Y'all know allegedly Diddy's daddy was supposed to be this big time drug leader. So we don't know. There's a gentleman that is named, he's 25 years old, and his name is Jordan. Wait a minute, hold on. It's on my notes. Because it's so, when I tell y'all this story goes wide and deep.
Be specific. Be specific.
Brendan Paul, 25. He's the one that was arrested getting ready to get into on the plane, and they trying to say he's a drug mule. Now, take a pause. Bloop. How about everybody probably has a friend or knows a story of when they were in the car. Well, not me, but you in the car with the white people, and it's just you one person that don't look like the white people, and the police pull you over. We see illicit drugs. Who go to trip? Who get in trouble?
Right.
So now it's
Ryan just talked about that the last show.
So now it's the opposite, but they still figured out a way to make it Diddy. He's as a drug mule. So is the boy putting stuff up in his body and drug? The stories just didn't match.
That's nasty.
So what I'm trying to figure out right now, when you read the legalities, they have dragged in a good friend of mine. And let me say this legally. And y'all might know this on your own personal, but I know this personally and from a legal perspective. When something happens and somebody accuses you of something, one thing that always happens, the shark starts circling. Like, oh, they're being, they got this one thing. We know that's a point of contention for them. So we're going to just jump in because people are going to believe it. It's almost like when I used to be in school and I talk a lot, as y'all can see. And my teacher would say, it was you, Arlie, you talking. And I was like, I wasn't even in the room. So how was it me? But they're so used to me doing it that they just blame me anyway. Right. Same thing with this Diddy thing. I think there are people coming out of the woodwork because they know he's embattled. So he got all these battles. The other thing from a legal perspective, oftentimes you want to settle because your legal fees are $500 to $1,500 an hour. Every time I talk to you, you're billing me on the quarter hour. So that's $125 if I just say, hey, how you doing today? 15 minutes in, you didn't bill me. So let's just settle this. Let's move on. But what it makes the average not knowing beginner person think is that you're guilty. You must have done it if you settled, but that's not true. It's usually financial, especially people, or time consuming. The courts are time consuming. By the time something goes to courts 2-3 years later, you know how much money you've spent in that, where you could have just, hey, let me give you a little piece of change, gone about your business, whatever. So I think some of this, the streets think that Diddy knows something about all that Epstein stuff back in the day. The Prince Andrew that they just gave us, when they were trying to keep us from knowing about the princess and shout out to not shout out, but blessings to the princess with the cancer diagnosis. I think as they were trying to keep things quiet, they were just feeding us information. And that's what they're trying to do now. It's so much and so many people. Cuba Gooding Jr. just got named in the new complaint. Wow. With the little rail dude saying that he was somewhere with Diddy. Cuba Gooding felt him up and did it and stop. And now how you suing me? That's like one of y'all feeling on somebody and now you're going to sue the other person because you didn't stop him from feeling on you. That doesn't even make sense. So that's part of the contention. So it's deep and wide. Who y'all think he pissed off?
I don't know who he pissed off, but let me ask one question. This is what I'm thinking. And part of this whole story is there's a lot of accusations that Puff Daddy is somehow gay and has been, having relations with these different entertainers.
You did say allegedly, right?
Yeah, allegedly, right? Yep. They've alleged Usher. I've seen Usher alleged. I've seen Meek Mill alleged. Have they responded and said, man, that's BS. That ain't nothing like that happened. Like, have they responded to those allegations or
no?
So they're not even address them, and that's probably the best thing to do.
I was about to say, man, would you address these people that you don't even care about saying something like that about you?
Yeah, the best thing is probably just to even not even acknowledge it.
Whatever,
that
man.
Georgia
But I mean,
boy said it right.
There. But that's out there like that.
That Georgia boy said it right. If you took a picture with it, and at this point, what we do, we're a bandwagon society. Y'all all know it. If you give one idea to the people, they run with it. So now we are all on this bandwagon after Diddy. We love to say, you always see the people on the news. I knew there was something going on in the house. Well, if you knew, why you ain't say nothing? Why you just not saying it after somebody else said it? Because you ain't know. Now you lying.
And see,
So
here's the
many
thing.
people are going to come out. There are people like, there's an article about Kanye who refuses to meet with Diddy because he don't want to get caught up. He got his own mess. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So he kind of ignored him at Rolling Loud. They were supposed to meet. It's a text message that Kanye sent out saying, you know, some stuff, and Diddy. And another thing that's going to mess Diddy up, and I thought about this too. Y'all remember he used to do Making the Band? He had like 3 or 4 seasons of Making the Band.
Yeah. Yeah.
He was mean. He'd make them like run all the way to Junior's to get cheesecake. And he was just mean. They've always talked about, and this is not alleged, they've always talked about his unfair bargaining in contracts. People want to get on. So, you know, 112 has come out. Other people have come out and talked years ago, not recent, about how they didn't feel their contracts were fair. Well, all those things now are going to be used against him, even though they have absolutely nothing to do with the current allegations. So, and I think too, Carisha Please has been arrested, or she's been, you know, investigated. The whole Cassie thing, like that, just was like a snowball of things that started down a hill, and now everybody's coming for him.
She made one quick threat, and 30 seconds later, she walked away with like $30 million, something crazy.
But you have to do, like, again, the reason you go ahead and get rid of the litigation is because we're a very litigious society. That's why they keep telling us to make these alleged, because somebody will call in and say, well, the stool said, or that girl on the report said so and so, and next thing you know, they're trying to sue us for something that we just said, slander, libel, something of that fact.
You read a disclaimer that covers all that, so we're good.
Right. Yeah. But then they'll come back and they'll go through all y'all's footage, and like they just be finding stuff. Like they're talking about Diddy and this. He was on. It was a show on Nickelodeon that won't come to me right now. Y'all remember, it was a show. Mm-mm. But anyway, he was on this show and he does this. It's like a prank show, but it was for kids. Mm-hmm. And the thing was, what do you do if you can't wake your whatever up? And Diddy tells him to put this airplane down his pants and then fly the airplane. Well, now that's coming back to haunt him. And at the time, many moons ago, it was just fine. Now, because they're looking at pedophilia and all these other things, they're like, But it's almost like the R. Kelly. Y'all saw it, so why didn't say nothing?
Yeah.
Right.
Wow.
Right.
Wow.
Wow. Arlie.
Hey, great stuff, Arlie.
So we have to be very careful about what we say about Diddy. Up next is our buddy Candace Owens. I want no claps for Candace Owens. On clap 4, I would like to boo her. I am a very non-Candace Owens fan. Thank you.
I'm with you too.
On the Breakfast Club the other day, and of course, what's sad is the best way I can say it is like, if you're trying to go to the airport, there's several ways to get there. You can go 20, you can go 285, but we're all just trying to get to the airport. Candace Owens does have some great points about, you know, people of color and how we should be treated, how we should act. It's her way that she's getting there. And this is not one of those times that it doesn't matter how you get there, just get there. Her way of getting there is full of tomfoolery and fuckery and whatever else. She was on the Breakfast Club the other day because she'd been kicked out the white world and she got to try to come over here and play nice with the black people. Mm-hmm. And while she don't know how to be one of us, I feel like in the comments, if you read the comments, they were very nice to her. Like, yeah, she is spitting truth. Yes. But they don't go back and look at all her other history. The reason she didn't got kicked out of the white kingdom is because she went against against the U.S. and how we are supporting Israel. And so she finds issue with that. And of course, when you say something about Jewish people, what happens to you?
They shut you down.
Canceled. Something happens. So yeah, Candace got canceled. She's no longer on her show. She said she's coming on YouTube. She's going to be like the Stews. Come on YouTube and get her own thing popping. Yeah. She did not mention the Stews by name, but I feel like she's copying you. Just let you know.
Right.
So Candace Owens supposed to be coming to a YouTube channel near you.
That's what's up. That's what's up.
Oh, Tree is playing music. That means I gotta go.
Outstanding job, Arlie. Thank you very much for the information. We appreciate it.
Thank you, Arlie.
Y'all know, just let y'all know this Diddy situation. I've got to say this on the record. I feel like they're trying to set him up to be like an Epstein, and he's so distraught and oh my God, he's gonna hurt himself, and then he ends up disappearing because he either knows something they don't want us to know, or they need a scapegoat for something. I don't think it's all of what they're trying to say it is, but when whoever you done pissed off comes for you, bad boy, what you gonna do?
What you gonna do when they come for you? Hey man, we appreciate y'all. Thank you all very much for the report. Very well done.
Thank you, Arlie.
See y'all next Thursday.
We're gonna pay a little bit of bills. Go ahead, Doug. Go ahead.
Nah, when we get back from the break, man, one little point about Ice Cube didn't get a chance to make yet. We're gonna talk about Caleb Williams and some interesting stuff. Okay, as you can see in this picture right here. And then we'll also put a bow on Shohei Ohtani. Two live stews, don't go away.
Yeah, okay, BMX, this is what they want. Sick, that family shit. Jersey, hey yo, we family. Unbreakable bonds, lyrical dawns. We the eye of the storm, hey yo, we family. Unbreakable bonds, lyrical dawns. We the eye of the storm, hey yo, we family. Unbreakable bonds, lyrical dawns. We the eye of the storm, hey yo, we family. Bonds that can't be broken. Watch it. Hey yo, we family. 3 times we heat rhymes, eye to eye, Jinx, X and I. A bond that will never die. Wise guys will split the pie. Big style, hypnotize. I'm back home, the shark in the town. Let the fin roam, my fam in the zone. See how we rock well, exotic flow. Crystal seashells, never sleep where the beast dwell. Monster the music, you the shit, then prove it. This is hip hop, get your shit chopped. It's been a long time coming on the same track with fam dumping. Look how your man's gunning for fam, cause we all stand for something. Salute the fans production, producing mass destruction. We ask nothing, command respect, that's the law of instruction. Back in the south with a Dutch in my mouth, fam. That's what I'm all about, damn. 3 deep when we rolling out. Leave your face posted out. Double hosted, twin toasted out. Your style bitch, watch me hold it out. Get money. Every day with fam is sunny. We get money. Every day with fam is sunny. We family. Unbreakable balls, lyrical dawns. We the eye of the storm, hey yo, we family. Unbreakable bonds, lyrical dawns. We the eye of the storm, hey yo, we family. Unbreakable bonds, lyrical dawns. We the eye of the storm, hey yo, we family.
The jester, nobody does it better. Ain't nothing like fam riding a beat like a bike. When it come to this rap shit, yeah, I know we out of sight. Every nigga bout on Tonka Fest, that Jinx is the best. BMX Supreme Jester, who gon' run up and test? I'm outside the gate, not in the bleachers or sideline. That mean that I ain't playing, motherfucker, I'm bout mine.
Sponsorship opportunities are available. All right. You're going to see some commercials, but we're telling you once again, people like this, and I straight pull this from a TV show or a movie, but the price today is not going to be the price tomorrow. It's as simple as that, man. A lot of people have been hitting us up. We're really just trying to come up with a fair package for everybody.
Trying to do things the right way, sir. Trying to do things the right way.
And so if you are interested in advertising on the Two Live Stews, I created a new email address, sme.dougstewart@gmail.com. sme.dougstewart@gmail.com.
The price today ain't going to be the same tomorrow, but I want to get in today.
The Two Live Stews experience, Doug Stewart, Ron Stewart. Sponsorship opportunities are available. All right. We're looking for experienced radio sales people. Jump aboard right now. There's a lot of money out there to be got. All right. Because we promote the heck out of our sponsors, and they know that. We've had sponsors in the past that we would love to reconnect with as well.
So
Doug Stewart, Ryan Stewart, Two Live Stews, the Two Live Stews experience coming to you live and in color in the wonderful world of YouTube as well as Facebook. Check us out on the web, man. The good folks that are fueling the good folks, the Two Live Stews. Check them out, Southern Edge, southernedgebeverage.co.com. Make sure you're following them on social media. Also, the Two Live Stews are very proud to be fueled and powered by Southern Edge.
Hey,
Dougie, you were about to say something about Ice Cube, man. I mean,
yeah. So back to the Caitlin-Clark thing, to the big three, Ice Cube's basketball league. First of all, you think she's going to do it because it doesn't sound like it's a publicity stunt. Like this is a legitimate offer. She's going to do it, right? Or you think no?
Her dad ain't gonna let her go work for that ninja over the WNBA
for $4 million. For $4 million more than she can get in the WNBA.
Again, I guarantee her and her people looking at it like, I'm damned if I do, damned if I don't. But they're not gonna go and trust her.
She's and it's perfect that you brought up those guys that went to the USFL because the economics of it made it wasn't a decision.
Listen, man, it's no decision for you and for me.
The USFL was paying way more because they wanted to attract these big names to give the new league a boost, and they had to take the money.
In this situation, there's no decision for you and me either. We're going with Cube. We're taking the money. But little Caitlin-Clark, her dad ain't gonna let her go work for Ice Cube when she can go to the WNBA. Ain't no way.
And speaking of Ice Cube, man, I've been down on Cube lately, man. You been paying attention to what's been going on with Cube?
A lot of stuff going on.
Cube acts like he's a shill for the Republican Party, man. Not only that, there's a video circulating. I can't remember, and I should have thought about this. There's a video circulating. Cube was doing an interview on somebody's podcast, the Rogan guy, or one of those dudes.
Well, I'm an anti-Rogan guy. So if he's sitting down with Rogan after some of the things that Rogan has said, that says a lot about what's going on.
Okay, so if you want, I'll find it. But in this interview, okay, and this is fairly recent, within the last year probably, in this interview, Ice Cube's telling the host how the owners of the jail systems are the same people that own the record labels. And he's going in depth about all of the facts that he have that the owners of these two entities that make billions and billions of dollars every year, they're owned by the same people. But then he doesn't follow it up by saying, hey, we got to get rid of this gangster rap. We got to stop all this cursing and calling women bees and hoes and this, that, and the other. Yeah, we talked about this with NWA when we were 15 and 16 and 17 years old. We've learned the error of our ways, and we're going to change now, and we're going to build a campaign to get rid of this gangster rap. He just talked about it and like, yeah, that's how we made our money. They're putting black people in jail, and they're filling up the jails, and we're getting tax dollars to pay for this and this, that, and the other, and everybody wins, and they're all owners of record labels. Like, it's fascinating. He never says, you know what, since I found this out, you know, my life's work from now on is going to try to rail against this negative music. He never says that, man.
I'm going to fight against the machine for the rest of my days.
Right. He never says that. And I just found that very fascinating. I'm going to find the link for you. I'm going to send it to you. Maybe we can talk about it on the next show.
Well, that's what I was about to say. Okay. How much research have you done to see the other side if there's another side? You know,
there's no other side to him saying that the people that own the jails are the same people that own the record labels.
Okay.
I mean, it was a very in-depth interview too. Okay. That was a part of it. And all of this stuff like Cube and Kanye, like
if you think back to 30 plus years ago, man, you know, one of the reasons why folks like us loved Cube was because of the stance he took with Jimmy Iovine back in the day. When he told the whole NWA, man, we got to do this ourselves. Why are we giving these cats all this money?
You talk about Jerry Heller.
Jerry, not Jimmy, Jerry.
Ruthless Records, yeah.
Right. So Cube got street cred from the jump before he even got into the rap game because of how he handled and took control of being the master of his faith, captain of his own soul.
Yeah. But he on some other stuff right now, man. And he'll argue to death. He don't understand how this thing works. And you know what? The scary part, the dangerous part about Cube is that he talks in such a way you want to believe him. Like, he's very convincing. And then a lot of people respect him, like you just said. Like, we've respected Cube from the NWA days. Like this man went out on faith and left this group that was doing great.
He said, F the police, man. Them
Yeah.
cats said, F the police.
So we
And
love Cube, and we know the man got great. Like he's the most talented lyricist from the West Coast ever. There's not even close to me.
Yeah, but we could do that some other time. You know, that's
We can do that
debatable.
some other time. But
debatable.
lately, I don't mess with Cube no more, man. I'm not down with Cube no more.
I'm very interested. Read the article, man. Please send it to me, man. And whenever you are planning on talking about something like that, about folk being woke and conscious, give me a heads up and send me the article too, so I can read it before the show. We could have really gotten in depth with it, you know. But I'm unaware of what you're talking about.
Absolutely, we can definitely do that. All right, let's put up that picture of Caleb Williams.
It is the Two Live Stews, the Two Live Stews experience. Doug Stewart, Ryan Stewart. Just had the great entertainment reporter, Arlie Michelle, on. Here we go.
This is a still shot of Caleb Williams at one of the NCAA basketball tournament games. Okay. He has on some lipstick. And this isn't photoshopped or anything like that. This is all over the internet.
That you know of. That you know of.
Oh no, I've seen the actual video. When it happened. Okay. Go bring it back one more time, Tree. This and I'm going somewhere with this, and it's not going to be what you think. I'm not going to start belittling this man or whatever.
You got to speak your mind. You got to tell you the truth. Tell you the truth.
So clearly he has some type of lipstick or gloss or something going on. His fingernails are painted pink, and he's done the fingernail thing like for a couple of years now, even when he was at Oklahoma. He's holding up, looks like a pink purse, what the old people used to call it, a little change purse. He's got a little pink change purse, man. And his phone is pink. Now, he went out of the way to get a pink phone. You just can't find a pink phone anywhere.
It's an iPhone, too. It is an iPhone.
My question to you, and we can go back and bring Ryan and me back up. My question to you, okay? Clearly,
for the record, I'm not going to run from nothing. I'm not going to run from nothing you put. I'm not going to run from nothing. So whatever you ask me, I'm going to answer.
Clearly, Caleb Williams is living an extravagant lifestyle. Okay. Now, my question to you as a former NFL player, how is this going to work in the locker room? Is this 2023 or 2024 where, people are going to be politically correct? His teammates aren't going to clown him? Or is it still in the locker room like it's 1975 where they would clown him to the point of clowntivity, to the maximum point of clowntivity? How do you think it's going? And you haven't been in the NFL for what, 20 years? What was your last year in the league?
2000.
So maybe attitudes have changed. How do you think that's going to be perceived in the locker room? Not only that, do you think because of the way it's going to be perceived in the locker room, the Chicago Bears might pass on him to have the number one pick? Everybody thinks he's going to Chicago.
I don't talk about anyone's lifestyle if I don't know what it is. And I don't know Caleb Williams' lifestyle.
Well, hold on. Okay, go ahead.
No, you go ahead.
Go
ahead.
What I was going to say is, no, you don't know that he's actually having relations with a dude. He comes in the locker room with pink fingernails.
Okay.
I'm just talking about what happens when he walks in the locker room with pink fingernails and lipstick on. What happens?
All right. There's a difference in Brock Purdy walking in the locker room with pink fingernails and Caleb Williams walking into a locker room with pink fingernails. Caleb Williams is going to be the number one pick taken in this draft. And whoever that is, they come into the league with the biggest testicles that any man in the league could have. Every year that happens, that person is regenerated every year when you're taken number one overall.
Mm-hmm.
Whoever he is, weird, indifferent, street, hip hop, whoever he is, will be accepted in that locker room because he is the new face of the franchise.
So you think he's good? He's Gucci?
Hold on. I'm going to get to that. Okay. In 2024, we got to be careful of the line that we're skating with this type of behavior, because these guys are being paid millions now. I'm willing to bet, not knowing Caleb Williams, I'm willing to bet, not ever hanging out with him or seeing him with my very own eyes, that he likes money. And that if someone says, I'm going to stroke you a check to paint your nails in my color, in my bottle, with my, if you wear my nail polish, I'm going to pay you $1 million. You know what? iPhone heard about you wearing these pink nails, and they're going to design a pink phone for you. I'm going to give you another $1 million. You know what? Where this chapstick? Right here. Everybody talks about how we're
Lipstick.
a capitalistic
Lipstick,
society.
Not chapstick. Lipstick.
I didn't say lipstick. I said chapstick. I didn't say lipstick. You said lipstick. I said chapstick. I don't know what it is.
Okay.
I don't know what it is.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So we often talk about how we're such a capitalistic society, and now these kids can get paid. I just think we should be careful about giving someone a label that may not be deservingly so because of who they are. He's probably being paid to do and say everything that he's doing and saying right now. And I don't think I'm going to knock him for that until I know. That's all.
Yeah, but maybe you won't. But you're thinking the biggest, nastiest, ugliest linebacker on the team feels like you? You think everybody's going to feel like you? Because you know, there's a lot of nasty, mean, will bite your head off dudes in a football locker room. I can only imagine with a linebacker in the NFL, the type of attitude that a linebacker in the NFL's got to have.
I'm going to answer your question now.
Uh-huh.
That young man's in a world of trouble, and he has no idea what he's doing to himself. That young man's in a world of trouble, and he has no idea how he's going to alienate his future teammates before he even gets there. And that's not right. I don't agree with that. If I was in his locker room, I would befriend him just like I did Barry Sanders when I met him for the first time. I would befriend him just like I did Scott Mitchell when I met him for the first time. I wouldn't judge him if he came in there with the pink nails or not, but he has opened up a can of I'm going to be looked at like something is wrong. Whether it's right or wrong.
I cannot take this anymore.
Yep.
First of all, Ryan, very impressive. Wait, I'm trying to fix this camera.
Yeah,
very impressive commentary. Thank you.
You're like a superhero villain, half face.
That's about right. Okay, so Ryan, I love what you said, and I want to know, Douglas, 1952 Douglas, why is it okay for Cam Newton to wear skinny pants? You don't get I haven't heard you have any commentary about that.
We had a whole show about Cam's bizarre dress.
You talked about his hats, but why are you not worried about him in the locker room? Like, this is very dangerous. The conversation, not the conversation, but like just the judgment. It's not what I would want for Cam, but it's his choice.
You mean Caleb?
My son. Because I understand the danger that you're speaking of. But are these people in the locker room, everything you do now, you are subject to a camera and litigation. No one is going to mess with that boy in that locker room. Let him get his bag and a therapist. He's going to need a therapist.
Tree, with all due respect, you don't understand the type of people in a football locker room. You don't understand the. I'm using this as, just a way to tell you the type of people as these are. Linebackers that are 6'4", 270 pounds.
The term is barbaric.
Been a bully their entire life. Yeah. Really didn't go to class because they knew they were going to play in the NFL in the 6th grade. These are different types of people. They don't live by the rules that me and you live by.
I agree.
Okay.
You just don't understand what I'm saying, Tree. And no offense, and I hear what
I'm not
you're
offended.
saying.
I work with you every day. Like, I'm not offended. I've got a really thick backbone. I work in the locker room every day.
And
with
we gotta get out of here in a minute, man. But
Let me go.
I don't know, man. Go ahead. Finish what you were saying.
He's again. I mean,
hey, Tree, put that picture back up one more time.
These
Hold on.
guys are getting, but again, and listen, another thing, he's holding that up for advertisement.
No, he's not.
That's not him.
You giving this
Listen,
ninja too
Doug.
much credit now.
No, hold on, Doug.
He's holding it up
Stop.
for advertisement.
Doug,
Really?
hold on,
ahead,
Doug.
man. Go ahead.
He's not taking a picture. He's not looking anything up. He's not taking a picture. He's not using the phone. He's watching the game.
Hey, man, that's good, man. You giving them the benefit of the doubt. That's your heart.
But I mean, these kids are getting paid,
Right.
and we're actually doing the same thing, trying to figure out ways to increase revenue, trying to figure out ways to put a price on things, trying to figure out a way to maybe lengthen the. I mean, everybody hustling. And these kids are allowed to do that these days, man. So if you walk into the Bears locker room with $10 million worth of deals, them cats gonna know. They're gonna know, man.
Okay. So you think he's good? You think he walks into the locker room with that lipstick and that stuff in his hand, and let's just say today he throws on what they call a kilt, but it's a dress.
Right.
You think he's cool? You don't think somebody gonna start clowning him to the point of clowntivity that it's going to put a wedge between the team? You don't think that's going to be an issue long term?
Because I don't know him, Doug.
Right.
I don't think he's going to walk into the locker room like that. Because I don't know him. I don't think he's going to go into.
Okay, so this changes it.
Hold on.
Go ahead,
I'm answering the question.
Go ahead.
I don't think he's going to go into his locker room like that. And what I do think is that he was on a paid appearance at the NCAA tournament this past weekend.
Okay, so humor me. What if he does walk into the locker room like that?
He's gonna have a problem.
That's all I'm asking.
But
and you could have said the exact opposite. That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. Okay.
But again, in my mind, I don't think he's going to do that. In my mind, you have your thought process with this situation. You feel the way you feel. In my mind, when that picture started floating around, I saw advertisements.
Okay.
In my mind, I saw a young man that's being paid. In my mind,
I didn't give him that much credit. I didn't think that he's advertising pink.
Listen, the afro
and wallets.
Listen, the afro and the beard. I see a Clippers endorsement coming up that they're going to start talking about, or a Razor endorsement.
So let me ask you this:
he didn't have that at the beginning of the season last year.
So Michael Penix Jr. in Washington and Jaden Danielson today had their private workouts.
Yep.
If the Bears ask him, is this how you are? Is this how you're going to be every day? And he says yes.
Right.
Do you think that they'll pass on him? Because there's some talk right now about Jalen Daniels going before him. Like one of the Riddick guy, I can't remember, the Riddick guy on ESPN, he says he likes Jalen Daniels better than he likes Caleb Williams.
I heard Daniels' workout was phenomenal. And,
Yeah.
and Caleb has been very open with talking about missing a few passes, missing a few deep balls. I heard everybody says his workout was fire.
So do you think the Bulls, or not the Bulls, you think the Bears say, it ain't worth the hassle to bring this guy down locker room, because it's going to be a problem.
Okay, listen.
Some people didn't grow up, so forgiving as me and you, and have, and been able to adapt to today's society. What I'm telling you is, and you know this, ninjas in a locker room that has an overabundance of testosterone clown people like that for a living.
Let me just be as honest as I possibly can. I know the GM, Ryan Pohl, is a former offensive lineman in Chicago, and we know who the coach is, okay? He could easily get blackballed because of that freaking picture. There's no doubt in my mind. Mm-hmm. He really could. Mm-hmm. He's literally risking it all, honestly. He really is. Will he be drafted? He's definitely going to be drafted. But could he forfeit the number one pick? Possibly. But again, and I can't stress this enough. I'm not trying to slip out the back door. I'm not trying to be tricky with my words. I'm not trying to be on the fence. But all I saw with that picture is advertisement, sir. That's all I saw.
Okay.
I saw somebody willing to sell their soul to make a check. I saw somebody willing to be a billboard, which all these guys are.
You give this man a lot of credit.
I could be wrong.
One more thing or two more things we got to touch upon. I know they're already playing the music, but we got a little flexibility. It's our show.
Praise the Lord for that.
We're going a little bit past 9:30. We typically get out here at
Get
the
the
bottom
people what
of the
they
hour.
want, man. Get the people what they
Okay.
want.
Bring up that slide tree on Shohei Ohtani. A post by David Shepard. David Shepard says, if Ohtani's interpreter stole $4.5 million, why is he not in jail? And what if Ohtani really did gamble? So forget about the last part. The first part is the part that I want to address. No one said this. No one's come out and said, hey,
no one said this, sir.
if he's, and especially in this day and time, a transaction of $4.5 million leaving one account to another is easily.
That's like triple, quadruple grand larceny, right? That's like more than that.
My point is, you can easily verify money moving from one account to another.
Right.
As far as I've heard, this interpreter hadn't been arrested yet.
No.
So that tells you a lot.
That tells me that maybe that interpreter has a power of attorney over an account. If that interpreter has been given a power of attorney, then he can have access to the accounts and he can send money in and out.
So, wow.
That's a fact.
We are on totally different wavelengths. I never thought about it like that. To me, this says, one, Ohtani knew that he was betting, or Ohtani was betting, and this guy is covering for him, which we all believe in the very beginning. And so he can't file charges against him. Or two, the guy knows that if Ohtani calls him out and tries to say or tries to file against him, that all he has to do is just tell.
Right.
That's it. That's why Ohtani isn't leveraging any charges against him, is because the dude, they know this is a scam that he was betting, that Ohtani was betting. And if he tries to say and put this guy behind bars, if he tries to say this guy stole his money, really, then the guy's just going to say, no, the hell I didn't. You were betting, Ninja.
There's no doubt in my mind that Ohtani is the guy that is doing this gambling. There's no doubt in my mind. Okay.
That's a very good point.
But before the ish hits the wall, before the ish hits the fan, okay, this dude's going to end up doing some time and he's going to have to take one for the team. But I think to a man, everybody agrees, man, that we all feel like Ohtani is guilty as all get out.
Right. So here's the thing. If you steal $4.5 million from me, I don't care how cool we were.
Right.
I'm filing charges. You're going to jail.
That's a problem.
Why haven't we heard that?
Right.
We haven't heard that.
Because they're trying to get the paperwork drawn up the right way for the deal that he's going to accept for doing this. That's with Major League Baseball, and that's with Shohei Ohtani.
That was a fantastic point. It's very simple, but it was something that I haven't heard anybody talk about. Yeah, I don't care how cool we are. Right. You my brother. I love you to death. I raised you from a pollywog to a bullfrog. You steal $4.5 million from me. You steal $4.5 million out my kid's mouth. You have to go to jail.
That's right. And some people will say, some people will say, well, he's worth over $1 billion already with his contract. Hold on, with his current contract being $700 million and all these deals domestically and internationally, he's worth more than $1 billion. It's 1% of his money. He don't care. It's 4% of his money. He don't care.
I could be a billionaire, and if you steal $5,000 from me, you going to jail. You going to jail. I'm sorry.
I knew that's what you was about to do.
You going to jail. I'm saying 5,000. Maybe that's the threshold where I say you going to jail, or I don't tell anybody.
Listen, man, and you know, and I know what is going on, sir. Major League Baseball, the Dodgers, and everything baseball is trying to protect Shohei Ohtani, the face of the league.
And you know, I said
this. You know, and I know.
And you know, I said this. Go ahead.
No, you go ahead, sir. Go ahead.
No. I said this. I don't think anything's gonna happen. I think they're gonna find a way to sweep this under the rug because of the implications. How big this is. They're talking about a whole new market that Ohtani's brought to baseball.
Right.
Okay?
He's worth too much. He's too valuable. He's too valuable of a piece to put on the side. Everybody that keeps talking about Pete Rose, they don't give a damn about Pete Rose. Pete Rose can't do nothing for the league anymore. They don't care about Pete Rose and him getting in. Okay, but this guy is the rest. This guy is the next 50 years for Major League Baseball.
Yeah,
he'll be another Jordan when he retires in 10 to 15 years.
All right, last thing, we talked about Michael Penix Jr. We talked about Jalen Daniels. We talk about, who else did we talk about? Oh, Caleb Williams. The last thing, this is our poll going into the next show, into Monday. One gotta go. Remember everybody was doing these one gotta goes things a couple of years ago?
I hate them. I hate them on Facebook. They drive me crazy.
This is what we're gonna tie into this one gotta go. We're actually gonna make this a poll if me and you don't select the same person. So out of these four guys, Cam Newton at Auburn, Michael Vick at Virginia Tech, Vince Young at Texas, Deshaun Watson at Clemson. If one of them had to go, which one would you say has to go?
Vince Young got to go, and I don't hesitate at all. There's no doubt. There's no hesitation. There's no let me think about it. There's no this is a tough one. Whenever these things pop up on Facebook, I always say the same thing when they're tough. I'm like, y'all hate me. I'm not answering. I hate y'all. Y'all make me sick. But with that one, Vince Young got to go.
I think Vince Young, the national championship game when Vince Young put Texas on his back and won the national championship. That was probably the best national championship game I saw. But guess what, sir?
Game.
Guess what, sir? I agree with you. I agree with you. Can we get a round of applause? We're not going to have a poll tonight because I agree with you. Vince Young. Yeah. I agree.
Yep.
I'm not going to pick Vic. Vic is the prototype. Cam Newton, when I say carry a team on his back, carry a team on his back. And Deshaun Watson got a national championship, man. I can't take any of those guys.
Let me ask you a question. What was that pick contingent upon?
The pick was if we pick someone different, we could put it up as a poll, but we picked the same one, so there's nothing to poll.
Okay, but again, what was the? I'm asking you the question. I want you to, because I don't think you really posed the question.
And part of the question was what they did in college. It had nothing to do with what they did in the NFL.
Okay,
this was all about their college career.
We're looking at 4 college quarterbacks, and we're picking the best 3 to stay. And if you can go without one of those quarterbacks, which one are you had to?
If you had to go without one, who would it be?
Vince Young, without a doubt. Yeah, and he was amazing. He was amazing, man.
That's tough to say. No,
Deshaun Watson, that boy with them legs and that arm, he was precise. Michael Vick, he changed football, and he gets a bad rap because of things later on in life, but he's probably still one of the most exciting college football players I've ever seen in my life, man.
It was between Deshaun and Vince. Deshaun got a national championship game. He got a national championship win. I mean, that's really what separated those two. So it came close for me from Vince Young to Deshaun Watson. Vic, the prototype. Cam Newton may have had the greatest 1 year for a quarterback in college football history.
I agree.
Okay, he may have.
Agree. Yeah. I see Tree's hand is raised. Tree, your hand is raised.
Hello, good evening. Before we sign out, I have a request. I don't know. I think we can make this happen. There's some requests in the chat to have Ohtani come on and talk to us directly. Now, maybe not tonight, because I had to do some edits.
Right.
But I think y'all should look into that for Monday if we can get him to come on and speak to the people.
What we finding out is it's tough to get people to come on this time of night. I can't even get my nephew to come on.
Well, I know somebody.
What nephew? You want to talk to Miles and Mason? I can call him right now.
Oh, man. You know what I'm talking about, man.
Who are you talking about, man?
We're not going to bring it up because evidently it's a sore subject with you.
Let's just try to get Ohtani on Monday because some of the people say that y'all won't let it go.
Matter of fact, I can't get none of these foreigners on. Can't get Yao Ming on.
Okay. All right. Good night.
Can't get my nephew on. who's part of another nationality. Can't get him on. But you know, I'm gonna keep asking him, man. I'm gonna keep asking him, man. Dusty Rhodes dead and going to heaven. Can't get him on. Definitely can't get him on.
We didn't talk any before we go, and we're gonna get out of here. We didn't talk any NCAA tournament tonight. Of course, the games are being played right now, and I can't wait to get upstairs and check them out. But how crazy is this stat, man? Gonzaga has had 9 consecutive Sweet 16 appearances. How crazy is that, man?
That's good. They got a solid program.
That's. Yeah. I mean, that's. Can you name any colleges that have a better consecutive record than 9 than Gonzaga?
I would guess maybe.
And I called my cousin Google before asking you this.
Oh, you have the answer.
I do.
I would say
the question is,
okay.
Name me any team better than Gonzaga's 9 consecutive Sweet 16 appearances.
Oh man, I'm looking at the scores. Clemson won. They beat Arizona.
They did. Oh my God.
Yeah, Clemson on a hot one. You know the teams. Off the top of my head, can I get 3 choices to get to?
There's actually 2 teams. There's a top 4, but there's 2 teams ahead of Gonzaga.
UCLA,
they're number 1. 14 Sweet 16 appearances in a row from 67 to 80. I'm so proud of you, man. Because that's one of the ones I missed.
So
that's very good. That's very good.
This is a toss-up between one of them teams in North Carolina. I'm gonna say North Carolina or Duke. I'm gonna say Duke.
Man, I'm impressed, man. Okay. You didn't get it right, but you named all the teams. Number
North
4
Carolina,
was
Duke, and go ahead.
Number 4 was Duke with 8 in a row, 98 to 06. 3 is Gonzaga with the 9 Sweet 16 appearances. And number 2, because you said UCLA was number 1 and they were, was UNC with 13, man, from 81 to 93.
Wait, man. I got it right. I got it totally right.
You were picking the second one, man, and you said Duke, but it was UNC.
But it was North Carolina. Okay.
Yeah, but you got all 4 right. I got
all 4 right.
That's awesome, man. That's really good, man. Yeah, that's really good. That's really good. Yeah.
I mean, really, it's kind of simple if you think about it. I mean, Dean Smith and Coach K forever dominated, and Kareem and them won like 25 championships in a row, so they had to be included.
And that's why I was mad I couldn't think of UCLA, man. That's the hits to the head. Man, everyone, the first thing you should say is UCLA.
Yeah,
right.
They won like 12 in a row.
Right. I think it's 11 or 12.
11 out of 12 or something like that. It was crazy.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Lamont Hart,
done,
as a USC fan, everyone should go back and look. Vince Young-Knee was down. They stole a championship. They beat USC in the national championship. I'm sorry, Lamont.
No, I mean, man. I mean, those other 3 guys were more significant in many different ways. Vince was a beast, though. Mm-hmm. And those other 3 also had better careers in the NFL.
Yeah. Okay. All right. So, hey, let's get out of here, man. I gotta go make the donuts for real.
All
Y'all
right,
think I'll be playing about them damn donuts, but trust me.
No, man.
I'll be making them.
If I didn't know any better, man, I would think Steph is crying, man. That was the video from last night when Draymond got kicked out in the first quarter. And Steph was kicking over chairs and stuff, man. So before we go, man.
He's probably tired of playing with that idiot.
I can't believe Draymond Green, man. That cat can't get over himself to save himself, man.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, he can't. He absolutely can't, man. And I've been done with that guy, man. I don't understand why nobody's not punched him in the nose yet.
So, the last question, man. Will the NBA suspend this cat for the rest of the year? I mean, they got to do something, right?
Nah, they're not gonna suspend him for the rest of the year. He didn't really do anything to get kicked out, except for just kept on talking.
He kept on talking, man.
Nah, they're not gonna kick him out for the rest of the year.
He's not just a regular player in this situation. He is the guy that can't keep talking, man.
Yeah.
He's the guy that can't get kicked out of that game. He can't get a double technical right there, man.
Yeah, it's crazy. Absolutely crazy.
Good show, man. You're getting an A+, man. Congratulations.
Yeah, I think you get an A too. A couple little things here and there, but you get an A, man. I mean, you get an A. Hey, man, you didn't. I want you to. I thought you would mention my little moniker underneath my name, man. And you probably haven't even noticed, man. I change it every show, and you don't even acknowledge it.
I'm glad you said that, man, because I don't even read it, man. Yeah. I don't even read it.
There's a story behind each one of these little shows that we've done, and these little, headlines I put underneath it.
You're like Woody from PTI. No, you're like Woody from Around the Horn.
I never thought about it like that, but yes.
Woody puts something different every time. Okay, man, I like that. I like that.
Maybe subconsciously that's where I get this from. I swear to you, I never thought about that, but you're exactly right.
That's really cool, man. All I'm trying to do is sell these bottles, man. That's it. All I'm trying to do, man, is make sure this Southern Edge is flying off the shelf.
All right, so I'll tell a story. People from Moco or from Moco, people from Moco can guess what that means at the bottom of my screen. Body slam frequently on Scott Hill. We'll talk about maybe next show.
Cat took several L's. Yeah, I mean, we never left out of there with a dub, man.
Hey, let's save it for the next show. Let's get out of there, man. We're going way too long tonight.
To the lovely Arlie Michelle, y'all check her out at Welcome to Arleywood. That's the number 2. Check her out on social media at Welcome to Arleywood. She did an outstanding job. Good job, Tree. Thank you, Tree. Good job.
Thank you, Tree.
Yes, thank you, Tree. Outstanding job. To everybody that's listening, man, we appreciate y'all. Make sure you do what Doug told y'all to do. Check out the Two Live Stews YouTube link and the Two Live Stews Facebook link to follow and subscribe, and make sure you pass the word and spread the word. And we'll be back on Monday evening, man.
Yeah.
Thank you guys so very much. We love you guys. God is good all the time, all the time. God is good. If you don't know him, you need to find him and show him love, because that's all he's showing you, nothing but love. Bless y'all. Peace.
Peace.